Welcome back, Five Aces.
Hey people, Five Aces here, and in the words of an immortal British comedian. And now for something completely different. So, we're going to be pausing the replay while I'm going over the basics of what's happening here. For those of you who don't know me yet, my name is Five Aces. I have a 10-year tenure or track record of casting open array replays. This obviously ain't open array. This ain't it, Chief. That's right. I have decided to branch out, use the little bit of spare time that I got over the holidays to basically branch out into some of the mods for one of my other favorite games, which is also Command & Conquer related, 0 Hour. But 0 Hour vanilla this ain't. This is a mod called Rise of the Reds. Basics first. If you want to download the mod, I'm going to pack the link into the description. It still has a very active community, and it is under active development as well. Active, I guess, under air quotes, because there's, a bit of stalling going on and back and forth, but such is the way of life for mod projects, I guess. Alright, and for those of you who do know me, well, you're gonna have to bear with me, you're gonna have to sit through this while we're going over the basics of what actually is Rise of the Reds. This is a complete overhaul mod. It has the 3 vanilla factions, that is GLA, China, and the USA, but it completely revamps them. It also completely revamps their support powers, their units, and also adds 2 more factions. One of them being Russia. Now, geopolitically speaking, this is a bit of a problem. I do recognize that because, as of late, Vladimir Vladimirovich has not been having a great track record at keeping in line with human rights, the human rights conventions and so on, and the whole war criminal thing. But we're gonna take that at face value, and we're gonna detach politics from this and just cast a great RTS. And for those of you who are new, here's the subscribe button, and this is my Psychic Beacon Dominator. Subscribe right now for some more Open Array and Rise of the Reds content. I'm planning on, at least throughout the holidays, chip in a couple casts here and there, because this is a game that is truly endeared to my heart. Now, also something else that I want to mention first. I am a newcomer to this game, and as such, I don't know the ins and outs just yet. I'm very prolific in Open Array, and I used to play it competitively. This game, I didn't play it competitively, I just know some of the basics, but we're gonna figure it out together. Now, 0 Hour. How does the game work? It has supplies, which you must collect to earn money. So that's basically your regular supply lines. It does have derricks, it does have garrisonable structures, it does have tech structures, and it does have a whole lot of secondary economy, which is what you're going to probably be seeing the game revolve around. For now, we're going to introduce the players and going to get the game started. So we got Mao as the Chinese, very aptly picked name, and he's tangoing with Tab. Mao versus Tab. Tab is going for Russia, and Russia is a very interesting faction here. So the Chinese are kind of the horde faction, as is the case in vanilla already. They revolve around spamming lots of cheap units and sending them into your base en masse. And Russia has a different design philosophy, I would have to say. They do Deathball, but it's more like a Protoss Deathball. Their units are expensive, except they're garbage infantry, because that is very akin to real life. Conscripts get garbage equipment, and they die in droves. So what else does Russia have? They do have 2 boni. Inherently, one of them being if a unit or an infantry unit dies, the fallen, basically the surrounding infantry units mourn the fallen comrade and fight even harder. Oh, that's a rush, but we're gonna go with the basics here. Component tower being deployed already against the rush, and oh god, that is the flame specialization for China. Those are pyrotechnicians. Oh, can he actually get the crush? Oh, the Kashtan does finish. Wait, that's no longer called the Kashtan. Oh, it is, yeah. Kashtan Tower is anti-infantry, and it is in a very good spot here because it can basically chip away at infantry as soon as it spawns and goes a little farther to the north. The Dozer is incredibly aggressive here. And out comes the War Factory from Tab. So nice defense thus far, and he has also built a Tunguska, which is a tier 0 anti-infantry, anti-air vehicle, but it's getting shredded by the tank hunters. RIP. So the rush ain't over just yet. Here's a Mishka, by the way, that is a tier 0 scout unit. Is being built from the from the command center, and it just provides huge line of sight bony, and it also has drills instead of wheels, which is kind of cool. So it is very effective at just traversing the map, giving you some scouting information, but doesn't do much else. I think you can counter mines, if I remember that correctly. Tank hunters being killed off, and another Tunguska. Man, he went for crushes with the dozer. That is kind of ambitious. So, second mechanic that Russia has inherently is what we're seeing here. This is salvage, and unlike GLA salvage, it doesn't upgrade your units when they arrive over it, but rather it provides a resource which you can recapture with what's it called, BMP or some sort of recovery vehicle, and it gives you a cash back, I believe. We got a Kashtan and the Tunguska in conjunction are making swift work of the infantry, but rush ain't over. Yeah, there we go. So what about the econ? What is behind this rush? Let's check the base. We've got double supply tracks, nothing out of the ordinary. We've got one power plant. We've got double expansion. Also, just double income economy, which is par for the course for this part of the game. What about the econ here? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh no, he does have 2 supply tracks, and the Russian ones are armed, obviously. Just a very Russian thing to do. Ooh, down goes another dozer. And another Tunguska, and all of this. Oh! He locked in the Tesla tank specialization though. So, Tesla tech. This is a bit like in vanilla 0 Hour. You basically... Oh, that's so good. Such a great choice here. You basically unlock a couple units with this general's point. So, the way this works is you get promoted with killing units. Oh, it's got veterancy as well. So not only can your units get promoted in generals, but also your commander can. And the commander has now ranked up to veterancy 2, I believe. Yeah, that's right. 822 XP. And he can now build... Oh, goes down. He can now choose to go for two unlocks, 2 generals points. And one of them was spent on the Tesla technology. Tesla tanks, bang for buck, not that great against regular tanks, because you see the Battle Master here has a way higher fire rate. I think it's gonna win, yep. And Battle Masters are cheap, Tesla tanks are expensive, but they do fry infantry. So we're gonna have some little bit of a stir fry going on, and 5 minutes deep we're seeing a crazy, crazy rush. And game ain't over yet. What's right here? Oh, that is the scouting missile. It also has a radius of impact, so it's not only used for scouting, it's the most Russian way of scouting, by sending an unguided, unmanned missile into your base, and it has a camera attached. So it's just the Red Guards are trying to approach the Tesla tank, which is using its secondary ability now, which is an AoE stun lock and damage against vehicles. Pretty cool. More dozers. I mean, the dozer fleet is kind of kind of going strong. We're seeing some construction companies going on here. Tesla tank again up to veterancy 2, so it does self-regenerate, because Russian units do not have auto regeneration, but they do get it on veterancy just like any other unit does. All right, Tesla tank up to veterancy 3, so I guess it upgrades the plasma to red plasma, which is apparently stronger. What does that say here? Mir I progress. The world and progress. Okay, I see. And the Tesla coilers being deployed here as well. But heavy pressure onto the war factory. It's still going strong, but they are about to be cleaned up by all the Tesla tech here. So I've got to say, at the end of the day, man, Tab has been keeping tabs on the enemy rush here and not letting a single unit get through. And thus far, despite all the pressure, it's just been unit lost after unit lost. Oh, and out comes the first Hellion as well, so we do have technology. Helipad plus the weapons bunker, which is the tier 1 structure for the Soviets. It's not the Soviets, it's Russia. It is modern day Russia. No Soviet Union here. So there's also a little bit of story going on, or at least lore going on in Rise of the Reds. The idea being that Russia has invaded Europe, and their faction designs are very, very diametrically opposed. We're hopefully going to be casting some ECA games as well, which is the European Continental Alliance, basically the EU. What you're seeing here, by the way, are the... those are no ECMs, that's just like a smoke screen, I guess. It doesn't counter all the shells being thrown its way. Tesla Coil is doing a good job at deflecting this push. And the Tesla tank, man, it is so strong. Veteran C3 gives a crazy rate of fire. Yep. Rush averted once more. What's behind it? What's the pressure here? We're seeing a breeder reactor for Mao, who has gotten the prop center already. This is, by the way, something that I cannot translate. I don't know if that is an actual sign with actual Chinese characters and meanings. Sorry, I don't speak Chinese. Russian is okay, but Chinese, no sir. And we're seeing, what are those? Shock Trooper Bombardiers. I've never seen those in my life before. So I guess they're just artillery infantry. Yeah. Appear to be doing some decent numbers against buildings. Oh, there's also a third mechanic from Russia, which we haven't seen just yet. Oh, that's the repair vehicle. This can not only repair on the fly, but it can within this radius, but it also provides the ability to salvage husks. So what's it called? Stand still. God damn it. The Badger. Okay. Badger recovery vehicle plus a couple Tesla tanks plus bombardiers. Yeah, so Tab is starting to stabilize. He doesn't have his Air Force up, but the helipad is always a threat. But man, speaking of threats, we've got mass Inferno cannons. And those are not changed all that much from vanilla, which means that they are just crazy good at dealing with hordes of infantry, creating firestorms, getting bases killed, all that good stuff. So as soon as those are gonna start firing, they are gonna brew up a firestorm in no time. Yeah. Oh my lord! This red thing here gives them more increased movement speed and increased fire rate, I believe. This is that they just fight harder. It's camaraderie. They fight harder as soon as one of their comrades dies in the vicinity. Yeah, not a good job. Not a good job here. Not a good look. Igla Trooper is strictly an anti-air unit, if I remember correctly. Oh no! A pyro has snuck into the back of the base, but immediately being repelled or turned into mincemeat by a Hellion. Oh, there's also an ECM tank here, which is annoying because it does counter the missiles from the Hellion. Yep, with the AoE basically radar jamming ability, it deflects missiles, but as soon as it went down, it was time for the Hellion to go haywire. Oh, Gatling tank, still going strong, has taken the Hellion out of the skies, but there is still a Tesla tank, and it has closed the gap to the Inferno cannons. Man, that defense is hella strong here. Basically, he's been running on a shoestring budget. Just a couple infantry units, one Tesla tank, one Badger recovery vehicle, and a Hellion. A Hellion and a prayer. Whoa-ho, living on a prayer. Yeah, we still got some aggression behind this, and now we're gonna see another racks being added because the Ford racks were destroyed. China's tier 2, tier 3 building, I guess, is the breeder reactor. You can do the math. If this thing blows up, it levels the base. That's kind of risk taking for that. There are a couple support powers coming in now, and if you know anything about Command & Conquer and 0 Hour especially, it is... Oh my god, it's the land of the mines though. Oh no! Oh no! That was kind of a waste of... not really taxpayer money, because it's Russia. That's not taxpayer money, that is just a couple cents from the oligarchs. You know, extracted wealth, let's call it that. But it is pulling the entire army back, and he has cancelled the barracks successfully. Oh, those conscripts are getting very angry, but also very stir-fried, so not a good look here. My lord, what a vicious game. Yeah, the problem with those support powers is they could have done a number on the base. However, China can just mine their own base. Mine your own business, basically. Yeah, I think it costs 500 credits per structure to just deploy a mine belt. And that is a a huge fuck you to all call-in support powers. What is it, the Sushoi rocket? Nah, it's not Sushoi. He's going in, okay. Inferno Cannon's in a good position though. I don't think this is a fight that that Tab wants to take. Oh god, he has to close the gap to the Inferno Cannons. Oh, there's a mine drop on the retreat as well. He tried for the Disco Ball ability, but there was no chance. And with that, that's a Badger vehicle down, that's a Tesla tank on Veterancy 3 down. Oof, he has lost everything. Doesn't have a single combat unit to his name right now. This is a bit of a problem. I mean, if you look at the kill count though, 4,000 XP over 2,300, that just means that Tab has killed a lot more units than has lost. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter because, well, the economical advantage is not there. Not really. No. I was about to say that he has econ advantage, but he's also just mining from two supply depots, and the derricks are unclaimed, which is weird because that would be an easy fix. All you need to do is build a, what's it called? Not a conscript. China does have volunteers. Oh, a disruptor team is being built here. So this is a tier 2 infantry, and what it does is it has EMP missiles that can shut down vehicles for a brief moment. Stun them at least. Oh, now we have the big units. Tier 3 has been unlocked for Russia, and that is the Sentinel tank. That is a regular combat unit. It's basically like a mammoth tank. It has only one barrel. But I think it can crush enemy units, or enemy vehicles even. And supported by Gorgons. They used to have a different name. They're artillery pieces. The thing about them is... No, wait, I'm thinking about the ECA ones. Because the ECA ones, the longer they fire, the higher the rate of fire gets. But with those, I think they're just regular artillery pieces with no special discerning ability. Yeah, ECA is a whole different can of worms that we're going to get to in a bit, hopefully. Oh yeah, also, they have a hilarious upgrade, which just gives them a second barrel. It's like, you like gun? We're going to put more gun inside your artillery. It's like double the gun. And then it just has a... yeah. Then it's just going to have double barrels and going to have double the rate of fire. Pretty good upgrade, I'd say. Anyway, so ECA is a defensive faction, and their idea is to turtle and hold on until rank 5 when they unlock all their crazy shit, and then they're gonna go to town. And they also have... everything they have is basically artillery. All the strong combat units anyway. Another... another scouting missile scouts the... scouts the dozer and takes it out in one shot. Now we do have a... oh my goodness! Once more, way too far forward with the deployment. We would have had a great spot for the VDV drop, I believe it is. Or Spetsnaz, I'm not sure. But enough to kill the war factories off this time around. And the Hellions, ooh, still in the skies. There is no anti-air to speak of just now. So the Hellions have now eaten away at the forward infantry and the forward combat units. So despite the Sentinel going down off screen, goes to show my casting prowess. Ooh. The Twin Fang is a heavy tier 2 anti-air unit, but it got it has a minimum range, I believe. So the Hellions got too close to it and actually managed to sneak through, blast it. So Battle Masters are getting killed. Here we do have volunteer squads. That is basically functionally like an angry mob, except it has anti-air. But I don't think it does actually replenish volunteers. I'm not entirely certain on that, don't quote me. Oh, by the way, rank 5, 5,000 XP, that is the maximum you can acquire in a game. So Tab does have all his general's points unlocked. I'm really curious to see what he went for. There is a first there's a supply drop, mine drop for China. You really must use scouting vehicles in this game, or just any sort of detection. Detection is absolutely crucial. The Sentinel plus the... oh, are we going to be seeing the Disco Ball, huh? Please, Disco Ball, now. Oh, the Hellion Flame Barrage immediately dispatching of everything here. What is this? Oh, that's the fuel air bomb. I think that's the Tsar Bomba. It is basically a father of all bombs, it's called. It's basically like the fuel air bomb of the United States. Same idea, same principle. Oh god, the breeder reactor. Yo, if this Hellion manages to kill the breeder reactor, no, no sir. Too close to the Gat, just like Icarus. Yeah, Icarus was shut down by a Gatling gun. That is in-game lore, actual in-game lore of Rise of the Reds. And ever since, oh, the Sentinel got pretty close to the breeder reactor, but it's making a swift turnaround. Swift little detour. I think it also has skirts that negate mine damage. I'm not entirely sure if that's true, but I think I remember something like that. Again, we're gonna be operating on a lot of assumptions, because I haven't played this game in ages, and I haven't ever played it competitively. So, 4000 XP now for Mao. He's also very close to unlocking his rank 5 general's powers, which is very, very dangerous. Also, he has a 2 oil derrick advantage, which is something not to scoff at. Scouting missile, yeah. Oh god, the burn damage. The supply track almost getting scorched. Anyway, he did survive. And the internet center is full of hackers too. So we're gonna have secondary econ for Mao and none for Tab. I think Tab is running dry. Yeah, he's got what left in his supply docks? 15k. As soon as that's done with, we're gonna have an issue. Ooh, conscript drop once again. I honestly have played this game a couple times in the... Oh god, it tries to tackle the internet center. Nice try. I've played it a couple times, a couple patches back in single player against the AI. The AI cheats ruthlessly, but it's still manageable. Even though some people say it isn't. Oh, that is the complete VDV drop. Wolverine. Plus RPG VDV. Yeah, and I've never been a big fan of the conscript drop. It always felt super underwhelming to me. Here we're seeing the disruptor teams shutting down the Wolverine. Yeah, that's right. Wolverine. We're gonna learn the names as we go. The internet center is still standing strong. I mean, it's one fuel airbomb away from disaster, but hey, there is some sort of unit hidden here. I can see it on the radar. Oh, here it is. One conscript. They do have the capture upgrade, so if this goes by unnoticed for a long time, you can maybe sneak in and capture the internet center, but there is always a heads-up warning. Man, so one thing that Tab needs, it absolutely desperately needs, is secondary econ. He must build his, what's it called? Weapons plant? Not entirely sure, don't quote me on that, but he's investing into more Sentinels, Tesla tanks, and a Gorgon. So one of each. And as soon as the mine drop comes in, those are probably going to be toast. Oh, he's trying. Oh no. Oh no, it has been spotted. No, the conscript. The legendary flank is not happening. Yeah, he needs to invest in a secondary econ yesterday. He is gonna be running dry. His garbage collector fleet right now is close to not having anything anymore. No more garbage to harvest, and then I guess you can always go for the caster transport method and just import radioactive sludge and park it somewhere here, and cash from the foreign nations. Get some cash in hand. Mir I progress. I'm not seeing much progress here, to be honest. Oh, the stop is a nice touch. Alright, some zapping is happening here. The scouting missile once more. It has scouted that there is indeed a base, that there is indeed a war factory too. Oh, the Tesla tank. Also, that is a, what's it called, nuclear? Yes, that's a nuclear. That is basically just an all-around better version of the Tesla, or what's it called, Bombardier. Because the Tesla Bombardier, as far as I've seen, doesn't have much Tesla packing. It just has bombs. Just a motor. Okay, Black Lotus is out. She's also been upgraded a little bit. Unfortunately, can't highlight her, because that's just how the engine works. If something is invisible, even if I can see it, I cannot click on it. I can click on visible units, but invisible units just don't show up in the unit tab. Oh, maybe now? There we go. No upgrades. Did your design get overhauled? Sure. But there are many custom assets here in this mod, as you can obviously see. A Twin Fang being added now, just out of fear of air units. I mean, to be fair, there have been lots of conscript drops. There is a counter unit. Is that a hero? Wait a sec. I think the hero is just like Boris? Boris Bykov, there he is. Ported straight over from Command & Conquer Red Alert 2. Except he does have special gear here. I've never seen him like this, with a gas mask. Probably the shock doctrine. I'm curious to see what he can do. We're seeing some light pressure on the Nukeneer. Oh, friendly fire! Fuel air bomb has taken out the war factory. That's not the greatest haul. I'm gonna keep tabs on Boris. He's sneaking on by. By the way, Gatling cannons, I do believe, have no detection in this. Oh, Sentinel tank. Getting some good damage done. He's also getting veterancy up. And the nuke cannons, or Inferno cannons right now are not doing a good job. Oh, the Sentinel's been shut down. There is also... Okay. This is the support power that I just hate. Okay, I'm gonna talk about this after the fight, right? So, what about Boris? Boris is still waiting in the wings, in the woods here. Not doing anything for now. We're gonna keep tabs. He's moving. What is he gonna do? Blow up to the mines, I guess. Oh, he can call in an airstrike. I see. There's the MiGs are gonna be coming in shortly, I guess. No? Yeah, there they are. Okay, they do not one-shot. Not a command center anyway. And now the gig is up. The RUS is up here. Volunteer teams very far forward. Okay, so this satellite support power, this is something that has tilted me to hell and back whenever I played this game. Usually, this is a very immersive game. Oh god, is that propaganda? No, that's the napalm firebombs. Oh god. And there is... Oh! Black Lotus capturing the tier 2 economy structure, and there is an EMP to boot. Oh, this is just adding insult to injury. My goodness. Or maybe he used the money steal power? Apparently. Because it is still within the possession of Tab. Maybe you can't capture secondary eco structures, if I think about it a bit harder. Okay, detection is now coming in the form of the propaganda trucks, or whatever they're called. Troop Prowler, yeah. Just like in the original. And he's gonna run to the mines, isn't he? Yeah, Gat gun, mines. Good night, Boris. Man, this game has some gruesome animations. That was a limb being blown off. Yikes. Oh, no, he captured it. And there is one arms supplier, which is basically secondary econ. I think that's it for... God, Tab doesn't have any cash left. He's now capturing with the conscript, that's an immediate sell. And thus there is just no more econ except that one lonely truck. You can set it up here and it generates some cash, but right now he has a Hellion, 2 conscripts, and a Dream. And a Tesla tank. And a couple conscripts from losing his base. That is also a mechanic. Oh yeah, GG. Man, what a game. Immediately being kicked out into the post-game screen. Look at the units created, the units lost tab, units destroyed, buildings destroyed, supplies collected. Where's the difference? Most of those metrics are even except units created and supplies collected, so you do the math. So the issue here was Tab was not going for a secondary econ, anything remotely too early enough, and as a result he just got outpaced. This rush went on for almost 30 minutes. What a game! I am absolutely stoked to be casting this. This is such a creative mod where you can get great games in. And I'm gonna be keeping close tabs on it. Again, if you want to download it, I'm gonna put the link into the description. If you wanna support my channel, subscribe here. You know, maybe even a YouTube super subscribe kappa. Don't do that, it's a waste of money. But, yeah. Do recommend the videos to other people so they can get out there. And for those of you who are new to the channel, welcome. For those of you who are regular viewers, welcome back. There's going to be more OpenArray related content in the near future, but this has been a blast to cast as well. OpenArray is back on the menu on Saturday. It's just because right now I am on holidays, so I have a little more wiggle room in terms of my spare time. Limited spare time, that is. For now, thank you for watching. More Rise of the Reds to come, more Open Array to come. 5 Aces, out.